No, that's what I'm saying. The leadership, but when you talk about Phil, you see, but that's why yes, you want a leader at certain positions. But that's when McCown is 37. If you're a 37-year quarterback and you can't get an offense to listen to you and do the right thing, then that's a problem. Which the Jets just have to deal with.
Who's leading the line though?
Who's going to lead the line?
The center. It's always the center, right?
That's true. And I played center a few years. You know what I'm saying? But and I know that. But it's like. If you have, and I also, when I played, I led the offensive line, but I also had a quarterback who led the city in pass rushing. You got to have that voice also has your quarterback. On the Saints, the center is not the voice. On the Patriots, the center is not the voice.
But for the Jets, it's been like that. That's the culture they've built up. Remember, you had Nick Mangold, you had Kevin Mawai, two good guys over the last 10, 15 years.
But you know why? You know why they had to be that? Because we never had a quarterback that could take that role. But I'm saying you don't need that type of guy in every locker room when you have star quarterbacks who will get that type of attention.
Still need to continue with that as long as they don't have a quarterback. And not only that, that's to say that. Say here's an example to put it in perspective. Say if you work at a company and your boss is having a good day, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you going to have a good day too?
That's true. That's true.
So if the center is giving you that, I don't like. People may not connect with it. Give you that vibe,
Yeah.
The center is giving you that vibe, like, oh man, he's hyping me up.
Yeah.
Let's go. This play, we got this play. It's third down. It's 3rd and 1. We're gonna block our guys, and we're gonna get.
No, and I agree with you. I understand what you're saying because the center is a big spot on the field. But I'm trying to say that if it's that real, if it's that serious, that the Jets can't find another leader on offense doesn't have. Listen. In a perfect world, your leader on offense needs to be a quarterback. In a perfect world.
And it's not even a given that McCown's going to be the starter. And
exactly.
He's kind of acting like he is the starter.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. We know the Jets have a horrible quarterback situation. But what I'm trying to say is if only the center is the voice of an offense, that's already bad. That's already bad. Because if the center is the voice of the offense, right? And the quarterback is a quiet type of guy. How is a running back going to be? How is a running back going to be confident? How is a wide receiver going to be confident if your quarterback is not that type of guy? If you want your quarterback to be that voice, you want a guy like Cam Newton, you want a guy like Drew Brees, Brady, Aaron Rodgers. Yes, it would be cool to have it has a center in the offense, but you want your quarterback to be that because what other center can you think of right now that is that guy on any other team?
But for years, just for example, Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday, come on.
No, but it's Peyton Manning though. Yes, Jeff Saturday, yes, but it's Peyton Manning. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm sure Peyton Manning is the guy who got everybody hyped. Jeff Saturday controlled his offensive line. Yeah. But if you think about all the good teams in the league, what center pops out to you that they're the leader of the voice of a team? And that's what I was going. You don't want that. You don't want that. Yeah. You want that to be your quarterback. On defense, you either want it to be your middle linebacker or your safety. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Your free safety. Because you want your signal callers should be the voice of your team.
Yeah.
Offensively, your quarterback. Defensively, your middle linebacker. And your safety. That's how it should be. That's how it be. Because
that's why Jay Cutler doesn't have a job right now.
Exactly. Yeah. If your team can't rally around you and you're the quarterback, it's a problem.
And aren't the Bears the team that had the worst draft, they say?
Yeah. Yeah, they did say, but you know who everybody said did have the best draft? The San Diego Chargers. And I'm looking at it, and it wasn't pretty bad. They addressed some needs, and I don't know if that's gonna, especially in that division, if that's gonna.
Who the Chargers pick again?
The Chargers' first round pick. Hold on, give me 1 second.
I say McCaffrey went to the Panthers.
Yeah.
They drafted Mike Williams, right?
Mike Williams was one of them, yes. And they also picked. Hold on.
Oh, what you feel about the Bengals drafting Joe Mixon, man?
Oh, I feel no way about it. I don't want to talk about the situation because obviously I feel bad about the situation. I don't want to get it like that, sound like that. How I feel about that, the Bengals, I'm not surprised. When people say, oh my God, the Bengals, like, you gotta, if you've paid attention to football over the last 10, 15 years, or what, well, let's say 10 years, that's what the Bengals do. Like, that's the Bengals, it's the Bengals and it's the Cowboys who do that type of stuff, that pick up guys like that. They feel like they have it inside, like in the organization, in order to correct those guys. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But when I saw the Bengals pick them up, I'm like, figured I could have honestly said that he's either going to the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying? He's going to probably back up Ezekiel Elliott, or he's going to go to the Bengals. I could have said that because I'm not surprised with the organization moves that they do.
I'm about to say, because I, as a Jet fan,
Okay.
feel like he would have been great value for us in the third round. But I feel like him going to the Bengals, a team where there's really no accountability. He needed to go somewhere like, even though like the Patriots took him off the board, took him off their draft boards, he needed to go somewhere where there was a whole lot of accountability.
Yeah.
Bengals have a whole bunch of players that don't know how to control their own tempers on the field. Just like Alex Plate says, if he was here right now, he'd be smiling right now, like the way the Bengals just gave that game away to the Steelers. Or Vontaze Burfict last year.
Yeah.
They have too many players on their roster that don't know how to control themselves. So,
yes. All right, guys. How about we take a quick break here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3
WHPC.
You know the feeling when you hear sounds of hip-hop and reggae? Well, you're in for a treat. It's flavorful, extraordinary, and mind-blowing.
It's saucy.
Tune into It's Saucy, where I cook up and dish out the latest news in hip-hop and reggae. There will be interviews with artists and students, along with trending topics on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. This is your voice for all things saucy.
Ooh, saucy.
You don't want to miss out. This is DJ Steph. Listen to me on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock here on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
What if I could tell you that a full-blown wildfire was going to occur tomorrow right where you live? Tell you exactly which neighborhoods it would engulf and how fast it would do it. The first thing you would do is talk with your loved ones and make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a wildfire will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you make a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Rag, rag, city, 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 rag, 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 city, city, rag, 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 city, city, city. What's that on that beat? Rack City chick, rack city chick. 10, 10, 10, 20s and them 50s chick. 100 deep, VIP, no guest list. TT Raw, you don't know who you with.
It's Sports Talk, baby. KJ Rooks here with Talkie, my man Tristan over here.
Yes.
The miserable Knicks and Nets fans over here. And thank you, Mark. It's March, it's going to be May 17th, the draft lottery, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the perfect way, because the Boston Celtics are known for being cursed in the lottery. So, it's unconfirmed what they're going to do yet, but I think that it's best that the Brooklyn Nets go there, because we still haven't filed the paperwork for us to switch picks yet. So I feel like that's perfect to have Miguel Prokhorov sit there.
I'm under the Brooklyn Nets. I have Barclays Center Arena in downtown Brooklyn. I have Coney Island Amphitheater. I have a Nassau Coliseum.
I feel like to spread the luck, make sure we get the number one pick. We either have the Nets go or have Paul Pierce.
I win championship in 5 years.
And 7 years later, right?
Yes.
Honestly.
Wow, that's like a good, like, that'd be like a good bet between you guys. Like, who will win a championship first, the Knicks or the Nets?
Listen, by the time Mark's team win a championship, I'm going to have arthritis. All right, I'm going to be living like, I don't know, because the Nets, woo, no time soon.
Hey, the only thing we got going for us, we made the finals sooner than the Knicks did. You know what I'm saying? Like, Knicks have made the finals since 99. Nets made the finals in 03.
That's true. When are you guys going back? You can say the same about us, but matter of fact, don't just look at me like that, like your team is not 65-40, right?
That's gonna come back.
That's why we talking about the Knicks and the Nets and now Boston Celtics right now.
Be up 2-0. We up 2-0.
That's fine, and you guys gonna be tied 2-2 going back to Boston.
Would that be
3-1 going back to Boston?
What is it? 4 straight you guys have won?
6 straight.
6 straight.
Oh,
You were down 2-0.
Every streak is meant to end.
Only one team finishes the playoffs with a win.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you guys something. You know why I'm very I'm watching NBA playoffs, but I'm not happy. Can I be honest with you? And you're gonna take it's not even about my Knicks, surprisingly. And you're gonna take this into a lot of disrespect, especially if Boston does advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. The reason why watching this playoffs is almost disgusting is because the fact that the Cavaliers and the Golden State Warriors are both going to be undefeated until they see each other, I think it's just horrible for basketball. I think it's horrible for the NBA. And that's why it's just hard to watch it, because the fact that we could honestly sit down and just wait for June because we know what's going to happen is it's hurtful, man. It's hurtful. That's what it is, though. Yeah.
I can say that's a bold statement.
It's not bold at all.
Because
it's not.
Rockets versus Warriors. Rockets will win a game.
I don't think so at all. And have you even been watching the Warriors play? Have you watched their game so far? And then the fact that whenever they want to, they can rest Kevin Durant whenever they want to. And so far, they look better without Kevin Durant on the floor, and so they can rest him. Listen.
You know, I disagree. The Rockets will win one game because the level, like the way they play, is very similar to Boston, and Boston gives the Warriors fits.
This is my thing.
Can you put Patrick Beverly on Steph Curry, and you put James Harden on Klay Thompson?
That's how
the Brooklyn Nets with the number 1 overall pick in the draft. They they switch picks. Boston. Oh my God, the Boston Celtics trade the number 1 pick for Paul George.
All right, hold on. All right, we're gonna get to that, but first let's talk about the playoffs, because I'm gonna get to that with this whole Paul George thing, because it's really.
I already know he's not coming. It's 80% chance he goes to LA.
I don't even care if he comes, and I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't even matter if he comes. But first, this is what it is. When the Rockets blew out the Spurs, everybody was going crazy, and I'm like, calm down. This is probably still gonna be a 7-game series, if that. I was watching that game, and when the game started off, they've put Trevor Ariza, which is a good defender, and everybody else on no, not Trevor Ariza. They put other players on James Harden. From the beginning in game 2, from the start of it, what should have been happening in game 1, I don't know how that's not in the scouting report. They put Kawhi Leonard on James Harden, and he's had one of his worst games in the NBA season. This is what that was what should have been happening, but the only reason why this is going to go to Game 7, and it's not, is because Kawhi Leonard could do both. He is probably the second best two-way player in the NBA. He is the second best two-way player in the NBA. It's just because LaMarcus Aldridge still haven't showed up. If LaMarcus Aldridge was playing. Like what his contract says,
he's half of the player that he was in.
This would be a 4-1 to a 4-2 series. But now, the two things factor in it why it's going to go to Game 7. Not only because LaMarcus Aldridge is not playing himself, but honestly, their leader is now out for the playoffs. Out for the season, I should say. So, this series is going to be extended by default because of LaMarcus Aldridge's horrible play and Tony Parker being hurt. And that's the only reason why it's going to be interesting. But to say that the Rockets, you want to say they won the game, but the Rockets have no chance. The Spurs have no chance. The Warriors is just waiting. They couldn't wait any faster to go and see the Cleveland Cavaliers. But like I told you this, we said we was going to talk about Boston, right, and Paul George. Why? And I'm going to ask you this: why are you so excited about getting Paul George to the Boston Celtics? Please explain it to me. What is that?
Does he make his teammates better?
Who?
No,
Paul George.
No, he doesn't make his teammates better.
No, but I'm saying
so what's the point then?
Thank you, but go ahead.
The only reason why I want him is because of the fact that right now you see Isaiah Thomas. You cannot guard this man one-on-one. He requires a double team. So imagine now you got to double team 2 players now. and Isaiah Thomas and Paul